Hello, it's your source for all the sports. It's your boy, it's your man, Canuck Van here, bringing you guys a quick little combined video here. We're going to do the NBA Finals and NHL Finals really quick. Before I get to that, I want to let you guys know I went to Fenway Park for the first time in my life the other day, last week, and it was great experience. I don't like the Red Sox, and they were playing the Indians. I don't like the Indians either, but still great experience. If you guys are ever in Boston, just go to Fenway. You don't even have to go to a game. Just take a tour. It's a great atmosphere. It's just an amazing experience. So we'll head on to the main part of the video, which is the finals for the NBA and NHL. There's some similarities in each of the finals. Obviously, they both went 5 games. And I think, obviously, both the best team won each finals. Now, another one is both teams' colors were black and white and silver, I guess you could say. But in the NBA finals, you had LeBron James for a losing team, really playing well, playing out of his mind. For everyone that doesn't think LeBron is, a great player, not a Mount Rushmore player, just stop. He really is. He plays great defense. He could score. He just was not on a good team this season. I mean, he took the Cavaliers to the finals one year. I mean, he's an unbelievable player, best in the world at this time. Not the greatest of all time, I don't think. But it's hard to compare him and Jordan because they're two different players. And on the NHL side, you had another player for the losing team that was playing out of his mind in Henrik Lundqvist. Henrik was playing very well. He's a great goalie. Unfortunately, he couldn't pull it off, or the Rangers couldn't pull it off. He was playing very well, but the Rangers just couldn't pull it off. You know what? People still say the same thing about him. Oh, he's not good. He's not great. He just stop. You don't know what you're talking about. He really is great. He's a great goalie. I wouldn't say Jonathan Quick outplayed him. The Kings outplayed the Rangers. I think Jonathan Quick stole one game, which was Game 3 when they won 3-0 in MSG. But that was the only game that Quick really outplayed Lundqvist. Quick would be like a little shaky at the beginning of the games. He'd let in that early goal, but by the time the third period came around, if you weren't like scoring, which the Rangers weren't. The Rangers, I don't think, scored in the third period at all in the series. Then you were losing the game. The overtime games were nuts. It was great series. And the NBA Finals was not the same way. The games that the Spurs won were all blowouts. There was 2 close games, I believe, which was Game 1 and Game 2. But outside of that, the Spurs just blew Miami out of the water. Game 5 in particular, the most recent one, obviously, I watched all of those, but I watched this one. When I turned it on, it was 22-9 Miami, I believe. And Manu Ginobili, he's my man there in San Antonio, came up big, and he kind of led them on a little run. And you know what? The bench of San Antonio, the depth really showed, and their defense and the scheme that Pop was running was just unbelievable. And they shut down the Spurs, shut down the Heat. The Spurs shut down the Heat. And by the time not the turning point, but the point of the game in Game 5 where I thought it was over was when Manu dunked on Bosh. When that happened, I was like, no way, the Heat are coming back. I think the game was relatively still close there, but when Manu took it to the basket and dunked on Bosh, I was like, nah, it's done. Manu's probably one of my favorite players in the NBA right now. But yeah, he was out unbelievable. Not really unbelievable. The Spurs as a team were unbelievable. They really played really well. No one really outshined anyone else. Kawhi Leonard, which was the MVP, was really good. He was spectacular. He He wasn't a big force in Game 1 or Game 2, I believe, but Game 3, 4, and 5, he was really good. And he was good defensively as well. Patty Mills came up big. So, yeah, they were big. And then the NHL, Justin Williams won the MVP, Conn Smythe. I think it could have also have gone to Marian Gaborik. You could have put him in that conversation as well. And you could have given it to Henrik. I think if they won one more game, Henrik would have been a very, very serious candidate for the MVP, whether they won or lost the series. If they won the Game 5 in LA, I think you could have seriously considered Henrik to be the MVP of that series, because he was unbelievable. But, yeah, that's it, guys, from me. I'll bring you some more news when it happens, so keep it here. Peace.